You know what I realized? I just need someone to just praise me sometimes. Can I have a hug, bro?
Yeah.
Bro,
Aww.
it's going to be hard to tell. We're hugging. We're hugging. Okay, welcome to another episode of the Asian Not Asian podcast. I'm Mike Nguyen.
I'm Jenny Arimoto.
And we got to do this fast because we are having a nightmare right now.
It has been a perilous journey to this point.
It has been a thing. Okay, somebody check is Virgos in Mars or something?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know or something's happening with you specifically.
This is a bad day to have a bad day because I have to talk to my tax guy later, and I do not need this shit happening to me.
I watched Mike break his laptop.
I broke my laptop, and
like the screen shattered.
The screen broke. I'm more annoyed that I have to go get it fixed now.
Yeah, very zen with the way you're dealing with it, but just to watch it real time and then to just watch you kind of drop other things. I'm like so nervous.
You know what's weird is that maybe this is just because I'm so like used to technology, but I didn't think things broke anymore.
Yeah.
You know how many times I've dropped my phone?
Yeah.
On the ground?
A million. Yeah.
So many times. And it's like, it's fine.
Yeah.
And
I think you didn't comprehend when I said it broke.
Well, I didn't think because I dropped like my little mobile battery on my screen.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's that heavy.
Right.
I'm just surprised. Anyway, so
chill.
it's a whole thing. I almost broke our little Zoom H6 here that records everything.
Yeah.
Our guest today had to cancel, which is totally fine. It's all good.
No problem.
We love you,
Yeah.
and it'll be fine. But it's just, now we're here, and we got to do this fast.
Yeah, we got to do it while
We've got all sorts of cables everywhere.
Got to do it while everything's working.
Everything is just too much. So some quick opening announcements for us. Hack City, the next one, the one last night was amazing.
Yeah, it ruled. I was just saying it was awesome. I had so much fun.
It was so good. I'm so glad that your return to comedy was so good.
Made me feel good.
Yeah, that's why. And you know what? All those people actually that we sold out the show, which is like over 100 people. And you know what? They were all paid actors.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh, guys, we have to make Jenny feel good.
Yeah, and thank you it worked.
Yeah.
I felt very confident.
It cost
leaving.
me $10,000.
It was worth it, Mike.
And so
money is nothing when my happiness is on the line. If
you want to get involved and be a paid actor on one of these Hack City shows, the next one's April 14th. It's it's the second Friday of every month. So second Friday of every month, it's at Union Hall. It's a stand-up show, but me and Jenny are there and we goof around and we have a fun time. And it's great. And also upcoming, speaking of the future, is May is coming up, and if that's Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And if you want me and Jenny to do a little thing, drop us an email at asiannotasianpod@gmail.com and let us know what you're thinking. It would be nice if there was a budget for it.
Yeah.
Because we need money.
Yes.
And I know y'all got money, okay? I don't like it when people are like, hi there, we represent the largest tech firm on the West Coast, and we can pay you $50. I'm like, really? You like bathe in espressos.
Yeah.
Come on.
They're like, we love Asian people. We are willing to give you one gift card to Pete's for $15.
Pete's?
Yeah.
You don't even have a Pete's here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And when you enjoy it when you come to our offices in California, you're going to have to pay for that yourself.
You're going to love it.
Yeah,
okay?
you're going to love it.
We're going to give you a $25 gift card to Blamazon. Yeah. Not Amazon. Blamazon, which is our own Amazon.
Version, yeah.
You can only be used internally on our intranet.
Yes.
You're going to need
You're going to use an Ethernet cable to get there.
You're going to need an Ethernet cable that you run through the living room into your computer that is broken. So if you want to have us come and holler, again, that's asiannotasianpod@gmail.com and let us know. Finally, leave us a review. We've been getting some really nice reviews, and you can go to the podcast app if you're on the podcast app on your phone and leave 5 stars, leave a review. Also take a screenshot. We haven't done this, asked people to do this in a while, but take a screenshot and post it on Instagram or TikTok. I don't know how, whatever you want to do.
Whatever social media you prefer.
Yeah. And put it up there so people can know about us. And that's really like the best way to support the podcast. Before we keep going, wanted to talk real quick about, Jenny, you're feeling a little hungover today, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. You had a fun time last night out.
I did. I went to a birthday party.
Sounds fun.
Kind of was greeted by shots.
Whoa.
Not my birthday party.
Not your birthday.
Yeah, but I just showed up and took a shot.
Wow, there you go. So you're chugging through.
Yes.
And I think one thing that's helped you is Magic Mind.
Yes, I actually took a shot of Magic Mind this morning.
You really did.
I really did.
Yeah, we really do use the products.
Yes, we really do. And I'm like for real when I say I like the flavor of it, and it does help.
That's amazing. I mean, like what are things you enjoy about Magic? You take it regularly. I take it, regularly.
Yeah.
So like, what I like about Magic Mind is it's really easy. It's a real compact. Mm-hmm. It's really just like a shot. It's like 2 sips really. And it just kind of helps it's like balances me out, what I'm saying? It just kind of opens up my little receptors,
Your hand movements.
My hand receptors.
Yeah, your hand receptors.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, it gives me energy in a way that's like not gonna crash later. Because if I drink too much coffee, I feel kind of gross, and then I crash later, and then I can't sleep sometimes. So it's nice to have that little supplemental shot of energy.
Little something. So it's got all sorts of good ingredients in there. One of those matcha. Asian people love matcha.
Yes, I mean I love matcha.
We fucking love matcha.
Yeah,
and it has kind of a matcha taste, so it's nice.
Tastes good.
Definitely, and would recommend it to our friends and family. That's why we're recommending it to y'all. And if you are interested in checking it out, you can. I have a 20% off code you can use. You can go to magicmind.co/Asian and enter the code Asian at checkout, and it gets you. If you get a subscription, it's 40% off. Or you get, I believe it's 20% off of a one-time purchase. So again, that's magicmind.co/Asian and enter the code Asian at checkout and try out Magic Mind, y'all. And I was saying the best way to support the podcast is to leave a review, and it is true. Tell your friends. That's the best way.
Yes.
Second best way is Patreon. Go to patreon.com/AsianNotAsianPod. And I've been telling folks that I've been going through the finances of the podcast, and I feel like sometimes, because I took over all of these functions from Fumi, and now I feel kind of like the dude who had to clean up the Enron mess, the FTX mess.
Yeah. But are you cleaning up your own mess?
I am cleaning my own mess up. This is on me for sure.
Yeah.
But like I finally dug through everything, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So Patreon is a good way to support the podcast financially, because we definitely need that. And go to patreon.com/AsianNotAsianPod. And when you become a Patreon, we give you a little backstory. And we got somebody today, new Patreon. It's
Love that.
Junhee Lee.
Okay. Is that Korean?
I think so.
Okay. Korean guy.
Okay. Give me.
Korean guy?
Oh, you know what? I don't know.
Korean person.
I
don't. In my head, it sounded like a guy.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, but I envisioned a guy with a perm.
A guy with a perm.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we thinking A24 Asian?
Yeah. Like no, I actually imagine like he's in his well, I guess that could be an A24 person. I said he's in his 40s. I don't know why that makes you not A24.
Yeah.
But like a cool perm.
Okay.
Yeah. Older.
Yeah.
Wears maybe he is A24.
Okay.
Wears like what do you call it? Like the rimmed, like old school glasses, the metal ones.
Nice.
Yeah. And like professor vibes.
Oh, wow, this guy sounds hot.
Yeah, he's really hot.
Wow.
He is 46.
Okay.
But he looks 32.
That's the best combo.
It's like really like strong cheekbones.
Dude, a 46-32 is like that's a great
46-32. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
that type of like measurement. That's what you want to hit.
Yeah, you don't want like 32, 29, 36 or whatever the it is.
Yeah.
No, you want to have the how old am I / how old do I look?
Yeah, exactly.
You want the 44, 31. That's a pretty good one.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
And that's Junhee.
Woo!
Yeah.
Junhee.
Yeah.
Drop the skincare regimen.
Yeah, please. Is it the snail essence or whatever?
Yes.
It probably is.
It probably is.
Yeah. And he is really stoic on the outside, but a little goofy in the inside.
Oh,
yeah.
hey.
And that's why he likes this podcast.
Oh, that's us.
Yeah, that's so us.
We're like serious but goofy.
Yeah, that's what I'm always saying. I'm very serious.
We're always feeding our loved ones like a little bit of what is it called? The rice cake in the mouth.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, try this. Try the rice cake in the mouth.
Yeah, that's what I'm always. Yeah, I'm shoving rice cakes down people's throats in a loving way. What else do you think about Junie?
Let me see. This person, awesome trouser collection.
Definitely.
Great high-waisted, perfectly, not too high-waisted where it's like a try on, like a try hard, but like great, I'm thinking like an 11.5-inch rise. Got those cinches that are on the side rather than like belt loops.
Yeah.
Just perfectly Irish linen. Ooh.
Oh my God.
A nice heavyweight Irish linen that's going to be good for those sticky sole nights, but it just takes a nice crease real good. Ooh, Professor 46 32. Damn. Wow. Okay, and if you want to get these measurements, go to patreon.com/asian-not-asian-pod and you can subscribe and again help Mike dig the podcast out of FTX territory. Yeah.
Dangerously close.
Before we get into like the meat, this is a check-in episode.
Yes.
So it's just me and Jenny, and we haven't done one of these in a while, and we've got we have some awesome guests. We've got some great guests coming up. Sometimes we just gotta just sit down.
Sit down one-on-one, mano y mano.
But before we do that, do you know anyone who's caught up in the Silicon Valley Bank failure?
Okay, kind of a curveball on topics.
Little bit, switched over to CNBC Asians just now.
I don't know anyone personally. I know people who are affected by it, but they're not individually caught up in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it take like regular ass people's deposits? It does, right? It's like a regular retail bank.
I think
right?
so,
Okay.
but like I know my friend is impacted in getting payments from her job right now.
Oh yes, because they can't, right? Because banks can't fulfill their payroll without the funding.
And so she's just like waiting.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro.
I know.
That's crazy.
I know. It's like I'm like this is I know at a macro level like it's happening, but I'm like what is so frustrating is that it literally on the individual level impacts people like trying to pay rent.
Well, like I was like thinking of we live in America. It's supposed to be like all safe and all of our money's on the up and up and shit. Yeah. But you forget that like you can straight up have a it's a wonderful life run on the bank situation.
That's what I've been thinking about. That part of It's a Wonderful Life specifically. We think that we got some sort of sophisticated system and this bank is for startups and for like all these tech companies, but a regular ass run on the bank coming in and Jimmy Stewart going, come on now, you take only the money you need, okay, come on, how's $1.50 how's $1.50 to get you through the week, okay? Oh, come on, good. I only got $2, I love that movie. That's pretty good accent. A pretty good not accent but voice.
Yeah, but that's what it is. But instead it was like, come on, you need $2 billion. How about $1.5 billion to get you through the weekend? You see the line out the door, and that's really. That's what this is.
It totally is.
There's a run on the bank, and that's what this is.
Literally yesterday, I looked up what the Great Depression was like prepare. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know how to can my own goods. I don't farm. I don't have land to farm on. I literally was reading about it and panicking.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's why the FDIC is there so that you can it insures the money up, but only up to $250,000, which is a lot, but just to think, because, regular people, I don't have $250,000 in the bank.
Yeah.
But in general, you think of like the bank is the safe place. You put the money in the bank.
I know.
And then you're going to get it back. But there's times like this when, I just imagine if you put like $500 in the bank and you go to the bank, you go, hey, can I have my $500? And they go, no. What the
Yeah.
You literally should have just put it in the mattress.
I know.
Under your mattress.
So I'm starting to think, should I start doing that?
Yes. Asian parents had it right.
I know. I'm thinking about it.
Buy some gold.
Real.
Buy some gold.
Yeah.
Learn to
can.
Yeah. And keep that at home.
Yeah.
Because Jimmy Stewart can't handle this.
Oh, I'm such a city girl.
That's crazy,
I don't
man.
know anything. I know.
Well, I hope people listening to this, hope you're cool with it, with your situation. We are going to do a little check-in. We're going to talk about finances too as well. So I guess the first area for our check-in is physical.
Yes.
Physical stuff.
We've broken this down into subtopics.
Yes. We have physical, mental, financial, spiritual. Right. Mm-hmm. So we're going to start with physical.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you should start.
Okay.
Because you've had some updates.
I do. I like... gosh, where do I start here? Okay, so like at the beginning of February, I was noticing my knee was kind of like, it wasn't like 100%. It was like 98%. And like I couldn't bend. I could bend it all the way. It had full range of motion, but if I bent it, flexed it all the way, it would be like kind of tight. It felt just like, you know, like sometimes when you wear really tight pants and you like bend your knee and like it bunches up the clothes and like it feels like it's pushing on your knee.
Skinny jeans era.
Exactly. I was like, what's going on? This is like feeling like American Apparel knee right here. So it was like really tight. And I was like, oh, maybe this is just because I wear a knee brace when I do jujitsu. So I was like, oh, maybe it's because of the brace. I need to change it out or something. And fast forward a couple weeks, it was fine. Sometimes it'd be a little tight after practice. But then one Monday, this is maybe like 2 weeks ago, it was really, really tight after work. And I was like limping. And I couldn't, I could go like a block and I had to stop.
Okay.
And I'd have to like rest and then, you know, I have to keep going. And so I stopped going to jiu-jitsu and set up a little stupid, appointment. Went to the doctor. And this is a doctor that's like right near Times Square. And so he is a specialist in Broadway performer injuries, right? And he's like, are you a performer? And I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, in a lot of ways I am.
Cha-cha.
Yeah.
Spirit fingers. And but I was telling him what's going on, and he did all these tests, and hop on one leg, do this thing, blah blah blah, take off your pants. And he was like, okay, I don't think you messed up any of your LCL, MCL, any of those guys. He's like, oh, I think maybe your meniscus got messed up or something.
Okay.
And then I had to go in, I had to do an x-ray later. And turns out I have a bone spur on my knee, which is like it's like a symptom of arthritis.
Oh, okay.
Which I guess I have arthritis in the knee. I don't even know how that happens.
Yeah.
I guess because I'm old.
Okay.
My measurements are, let's see here, actual age 42, look 35, but knee 51. Yeah. So it's my knees kind of, it feels great. It feels fine. And like, I've just rested it and iced it. And
are you just not doing jujitsu anymore?
I haven't done jujitsu in like, a month or so.
Yeah.
And the doctor said, okay, go to PT and just like, we're going to kind of conservative treatment it. I think it's okay.
Okay.
And I had to like Google all of the different words that were in the report because I had no idea what it was. It was like, sublateral,
I don't
liminal.
know. You said words right now and I was like, a lot of words. And I was like, I don't even know what a meniscus is.
I know, right? I don't know what it is either. So, but it seems like that part's okay. But it's just like one of those things where I, through no injury, just through time passage, I got this thing, and I'm like, it's fine. I'm overall fine. But it's like, it's kind of just a bummer, and it's weird to think, but I actually was like, you know what? I haven't been hurt in a while. This makes sense, So it's just like that's where like my mind state with my body is.
Got it.
Yeah.
So just a day at a time, but you get to do physical therapy.
I do, and I love physical therapy. Love me some physical therapy.
What part of it do you like?
I like that it feels like, when you play a video game and you're like, okay, I got to get my dexterity up.
Okay.
And you're like statting up your stats. That's what it feels like.
Got it.
Yeah. So I'm like in the Pokemon training gym and like working on my dexterity.
Wow. That is not agility. At all. Well, I did physical therapy once when I had a lower back injury. Oh. Like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
And my favorite part was I would get to heat my back up.
Yes, that's tight.
Yeah. And I get to just like sit there.
Yes.
And like that was my favorite part.
That is really good.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, a little heating pad. It's like almost like a massage. I'm like, it's a spa treatment is how I would think about it. And they'd always be like, do you want to? I'm like, yes.
Yes, of course.
Every week. I can't even believe that you would ask.
Yeah.
I'm like, just do it. Do it.
They give you that really hot one, right? That they keep in like a little drawer.
Yeah, and then they like wrap it in a towel and then like, put it on you. Yeah. And
sometimes they'll ask you like, oh, do you want to like stay another like 10 minutes? Your session's over. And I was like, yes, 10 more minutes.
Yeah.
Please. This is amazing.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, it's the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I enjoyed that part.
I wonder if they'll do that to my knee. I don't know.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, could you still ask for a heating pad on your back?
Just on my back.
or somewhere like else that you want it.
And then also like,
I kind of want it on my shoulder today or like around my neck.
Oh, and I love a cucumber water.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
And a quick deep tissue massage.
Oh, that would be great.
for an hour.
I know too that this is like some people are kind of like scared of it, but one time too my physical therapist was like, I'm gonna crack your neck, is that all right? And he cracked it and I was like, it was awesome.
Really?
Dude. So awesome.
That's scary to me.
He was like, you don't have to, totally don't have to. And like, but I've done it many times and it's just like to kind of get movement in there.
Got it.
He did it to my back, upper back, and then he did it to my neck, and I was like, oh man, I could have married that man. It was so good, bro.
And you did.
Yeah. And I did.
Yeah, you did.
And then you
had to get divorced.
And I had to get divorced, and then I married Gina. Yeah. But yeah, it was dope. So physically, that's how I'm doing. It's fine, overall fine, but it's just like, I just gotta take it one day at a time. Yeah. How about you?
I feel like so I'm starting half marathon training on Monday. I'm running another half marathon. And
why?
So because I enjoyed it last year.
You what? Okay.
And I also hate getting worse at something I was good at. So I was good at running for a bit, and then the day of, it felt so good. I was like, wow, training. Here's the thing. When you train, it actually helps you learn how to do the thing. I was like, oh, that's so interesting. When you practice, you get better.
Yeah, it's not just for suffering.
Like every time I'm like, wow. So the day of the race last year, so fun.
Cool.
And so then this year I was like, I'm just going to do the lottery for one of the races because it's the other Brooklyn half.
Yeah.
And if I don't get it, I don't get it. And that's maybe a sign. And then I got it. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to train and do it. Yeah. It's in May. And so I backwards, I have a whole training plan and it starts on Monday.
Whoa.
So I'm excited to start exercising regularly again. Cause right now I'm kind of on and off. I'm not really moving a lot. It's like cold and, cold. I just got back from like my dad's stuff and like whatever. And so I'm like trying to get back to like feeling ready to move. So I feel okay. I'm like dreading and excited to start training. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mentally, I'm like thinking about like week 8 will feel good. Like when I'm ready, used to it. But like right now,
the first 2 weeks,
I don't wanna.
Sucks.
I don't wanna.
So what's like the regimen? Is it like 3 days of this and two miles a day and then 4 miles a day?
It's like it's like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday are shorter runs.
Okay.
So you start at like 3 miles every day.
Oh my God, that's a short run?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
And then it'll move to like eventually like 5. And then like 5 every day. And then the Sunday runs are long and they get progressively longer. So it starts at like 5 and you get till you run like 10.
You start at 5?
Yeah.
Oh, pants.
So like next Sunday I will have to run 5.
Oh, yeah. That's so fast.
Yeah.
Is that for
fast,
like,
long.
Is that not long? I mean, well, like, so is that like, is that for a beginner or is that because you have experience?
That's the beginner one.
What?
I was thinking about like, there's one that's like experienced runner. I was like, fuck no, I'm scared.
Dang.
I already think the beginner one's hard.
I think that's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, like you get to a point where 3 miles is literally nothing.
Sure.
And that's like the point I'm excited to get to. I am just so far from that right now.
Right.
So I'm dreading it.
So your first run on whatever Tuesday is going to be Monday. You're just going to straight up get up and have to run 3 miles.
Yeah. But it's like just go slow and just don't stop.
Oh, you can't stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I try. That's my goal.
Right.
It's like just go so slow.
Yeah.
But just try not to
stop.
Because when you stop, I'm like, well, I could walk. I could get a croissant somewhere.
Well, I was gonna say,
like that's where my brain goes. Yeah. I'm like, oh, why don't I just go get a smoothie? Like I just like get distracted. Like all the what ifs. I'm like, I could call somebody.
Your training's amazing.
Yeah.
It's like when Harry met Sally, just like side quest.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where I'm at. I'm excited, but like right now I'm like dreading it.
So, but then when you run and train for this thing, like, because let's say for a regular full marathon, I think you only run up until like 19 miles, right? Yeah. You don't really do the whole length.
Yeah.
But this one, it sounds like you're going to basically train up to and do the whole length.
No, I run up to 10. Okay. I won't run 13.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel that's like by the time you got to 10, you got 13.
Exactly. But I could never run a full marathon. I think people who do full marathons are
really
absolutely wild.
Is it not the same thing?
No. How is 13 miles and 26 miles the same thing?
Yeah, they're both integers.
The fact that I'm running like 2.5 hours or whatever, and then the idea of doing that double.
Right.
Like I was thinking last time I finished, I was like, if I had to do that again, what do you even think about? I already don't even know what to think about for that long.
But I feel like
what do you think about for 4 or 5 hours?
But I feel like, it's like an arbitrary number. After like 10, you're like, I might as well just keep running till I die.
No. How is 10 the same as 26?
It's just like just get in the zone. Just accept that this is my life.
I think
I'm going
at
to be
mile
running
19,
forever.
if I did a thing, I would literally just like fall apart mentally.
I see.
Like just be like, what am I doing with my life? I paid so much money to run this. It's so
I need a croissant. I need a croissant.
I need to call somebody right now.
That's why they called mile 19 the smoothie mile. There's so many people just break down and have a smoothie right there. Oh no, they've got more
That would be
smoothies.
me.
There are smoothies on the track. That's crazy.
Yeah, so we'll see, but I'm excited to feel fit again. That's my goal.
I think that's so important to feel fit. I wish I could, obviously, my knee's kind of weird, but, just miss good old, like, deadlifting. You ever deadlift?
No, of course not. Look at me.
The
Do
best.
I look like I freaking lift anything?
Dude, you would be so good at deadlift. Your center of gravity is so
I hurt my lower back
low.
in my 20s from doing a kettlebell swing.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I'm scared.
Well, think about this, though. If you hurt your back, you got the heating pad.
I know, that's true. So I should actively try to hurt my back.
Yeah, try to hurt your back. Okay, well, stay tuned. That was good physical.
Yeah.
All right, we'll now move on to mental.
Okay.
You want to go off? Start off with mental?
Should I go
Go
off?
off of mental, yo.
Well, I feel good.
Okay.
I feel optimistic.
Yes.
Kind of Saturn moved to Pisces. Is that true? I said something happened on Tuesday.
Okay.
And I felt lighter. I think that I am, grief is like day to day, truly.
Sure.
And it's a million different emotions. Like, it's funny because every week I go to therapy, no tissues around me, just feeling so confident that I'm not going to cry. And every week I cry. Kind of a gorgeous thing. And then I'll randomly kind of cry in the middle of my day. I was cleaning up all the free kombuchas I get monthly. And I just started sobbing. And I was like, started laughing. I saw myself in the mirror and I started laughing.
Word.
I was like, this is so incredible.
Yeah.
So it's really day to day, but I feel optimistic and like excited. It's interesting that grief is really talking to other people who have experienced this, it's like, it just is. Like, it's a million different feelings. It's not just sad. It's also full of happiness.
Yeah.
And like appreciativeness and like, gratitude and like, I don't know. It's a million different feelings. So I'm like learning that week to week, day to day. But this week I felt like very light for the first time. Like, oh, everything's going to work out. I will say it kind of collapsed yesterday.
Oh, word.
But I think it was like multiple people have reached out about like getting laid off as well. And like the bank stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Falling apart. And I think it's one of those moments where I was like, oh, like, my optimism is kind of based on the fact that the world is going to be the same. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, if banks close, if we go into a Great Depression, then my optimism kind of is not as optimistic.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, my idea of like writing a pilot feels stupid. If people are, everything's going to, the systems that we have fall apart. Sure. So that kind of was a little moment of a dip, but then we had a fun comedy show. And then I was like, maybe things will be okay. So yeah, I'm feeling like I'm getting more into the groove of things. Being here has been nice. And like I've been like socializing a lot and like seeing a lot of people.
That's good.
And like building my friendships.
Yeah. You made like a little bracelet or something?
Yeah, it's like a keychain on my phone.
That's adorable.
Yeah, with Karen Chi.
I didn't know that.
The pod.
Adults did that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I don't think they do.
Got it.
It says I love rice on it. Kind of, I do love rice.
Of course.
And then I was like, will people see it and be like, ugh, you know what I mean? Like, will I be like, people will be like, I don't know. Am I like perpetuating stereotypes? But I really love rice.
Yeah. I mean, at a certain point, like some stereotypes need to be perpetuated.
Yeah, I just need everyone to know that I fucking love rice.
So fucking good.
Yeah. So we made keychains, like talked about stuff. Like,
okay.
Yeah, I'm like really like trying to just like spend time with people.
Yes.
Yeah, and like feel like I'm part of the world again.
That's good.
Without spiraling too much about like all the horrible things kind of happening outside of my little life. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Optimistic, but like day by day. You know?
Well, I think that's all you can do, right?
Yeah.
Just take it day by day.
Totally. And I think like, I don't know, everyone's been so nice to me.
you came back to New York because of, the community and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's good that you're like, plugged in. This is what you came here for.
Yeah, totally.
That's great.
I mean, like that was what I was working on building.
Yeah.
That's like partially what Asian Prom was too.
We got to have another
like,
Asian Prom
well,
too.
I've been asked many times if we're going to do it again. And I was like, here's the thing. I did most of the planning last time.
That's so much.
Because I'm a type A person. Yeah. And it was a lot of work.
We just have to just throw down a text message.
I know.
And just be like, show up, bring your boys.
Yeah, bring your boys.
9
I think the biggest thing is a venue.
Right.
I guess, yeah.
It's a flash mob though. We're just like
we'll just flash mob it.
Just meet in the Union Square subway station.
Yeah.
On the
learn this BTS dance. Learn this twice dance, and we'll all do it. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. How about you? Mental health.
I think I'm okay. I'm stressed out.
Okay.
I got a lot going on.
Okay.
Just work is like my day job is good, busy.
Uh-huh.
And then it's tax season.
Yeah.
That weighs on me
like
crazy.
Yeah.
Every time there's 2 things that like make me spiral.
Yeah.
And one of them is worrying about this podcast.
Uh-huh.
And the second one is also related to the podcast. Well, kind of, but like the financial situation. I guess this is kind of related to the next phase, but it stresses me out.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we can merge these.
We can merge them, but like, yeah, I think it's just like whenever I do, like when I started comedy being a creative person because I wanted to just express myself and do all those things. But anytime I have to think about measuring things, like analytics of stuff, whether that's like downloads we get and or money that comes in or out, it just like kills the vibe, like crazy.
I know.
I'm just like I didn't start doing open mics so that I could go into QuickBooks and like look through that shit.
I feel you.
Yeah. And it's just a bummer. And it's it's overall good, and I'll talk about it more. The thing that keeps me going, but the stress of that. It's like on the one hand, I feel like blessed that I'm stressed because it means that the stuff's happening.
Yes.
Right?
Totally.
But at the same time, I don't know. I guess it's wish I didn't feel that way, but I'm just trying to stay one day at a time like you know? Yeah.
I think that's the thing that I had to learn because when I first started doing well on like with my videos. Oh yeah. Like this is a while ago at this point because freaking 2023. So 2021 was really when I started doing it.
Yep.
The first like year I was like, oh, the second metrics are put. There's a way to measure success now.
Yes.
For a thing that I used to just do as like dicking around for fun.
Right.
And all of a sudden, once you do well once and then you start doing maybe less well than you were once, you're like, oh, I'm a failure. I'm failing because I didn't I'm not going viral all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I I had to really realize like there were times when I would stop posting for a while because it was like not bringing me joy anymore. I was just having this conversation yesterday. And I was like, that's when I was like, what is the point of this? I'm not doing this to get X amount of likes every time.
Right.
That's so stupid. Or like, it's not stupid if that's what you do, but I'm like, my dream is not to be a content creator. Like my dream is not to become like an internet celebrity.
Yeah.
I do comedy because I like comedy and I want to make stuff I'm proud of. Sure. And so I had to like step back and be like, why do I care so much if a stranger likes this or enough strangers like it or the algorithm is on my side? You know what I mean? Like there's too many external factors. So I had to like take a step back and be like, I do this. I'm also not getting paid to do TikToks. Yeah. So I have to just do whatever brings me joy and see it as some like a way to like just express myself and not attach myself to the end result of like all these stupid social media creator dashboards. Like so stupid. I hate me a dashboard. I have access to it and I have not opened it in like a year because I can't. No, don't. When I see the number of followers I lose. When I see the number of losers who follow me, just kidding. I like it's just like I can't do it. So that's like I used to look at the reviews of the podcast and we got a couple that were like, you know, maybe not so great, and I have not looked since because I'm like I can't attach myself to that stuff. Yeah, you gotta scrub that out. Yeah. Anyways, that I understand what you're talking about, but it is like you have to kind of like take a step back and be like, this is not it. Right. This is not the end all be all.
Well, it's like we had a good show yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was at home, and my wife she always asks me, how did your show go? And I'm like, I always get very testy about it because I'm like, it was good, you know? And
you crushed last night.
Thank you. And I think the thing is like I am, I don't know. There's no way to say this without sounding like I have a crazy ego, which I do. I'm very funny.
Yeah.
And put me in the right situation, and I'll just like rip the fucking roof off the thing.
Yeah.
But it almost kind of like doesn't matter. It's like it does. Like it does. Of course, it matters because I'm so glad that we had a good time and people liked the content and whatever the thing I put out. But it's also not like, you know, Ed McMahon is gonna come down from heaven and be like, here's a TV show.
Yeah,
Good job.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, you could do all these things, and what's beautiful about it is that lasts that moment only, and then it disappears. But it's also sort of like, well, you know, I've achieved this thing. Well, it doesn't go anywhere else.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know what to do with it.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. Nothing happens. Like nothing else happens. And maybe that's what I should just focus on. That, you know, it was awesome in the moment, and it just kind of like,
yeah.
Okay, just kinda
I don't
let go.
think. Yeah, I think you have to see it as like. I mean, it's the reason why I still do improv here and there. Improv's not going to get me anything.
Oh yeah, no. Improv
and the crowd is like truly an eighth of what showed up yesterday,
Yeah,
if that.
Right.
And I'm doing it because I just find joy in it.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
So I think if you see it like that,
Yeah.
like these shows are fun. I mean, you're honing your craft, but you're also having fun.
Right.
And it's maybe not everything needs to lead to the next thing.
Gosh, you're so healthy. It's such a healthy way.
But it's also the skills that you have that like is like your crowd work skills are pretty great. Like it's like you're very quick in a way that I could never be.
No.
And I think you like have a skill in person, but that is also different than like doing skills on TikTok, because there's people who are really good at TikTok and then they could never do that.
Right. Yes.
So you have to see them as like different skills too. So it's like not transferable always.
Right.
There's plenty of people on TikTok who are not funny in person.
Right. Of course.
Yeah. So
you know what I realized? I just need someone to just praise me sometimes. Can I have a hug, bro?
yeah.
Bro,
Aww.
it's gonna be hard to tell. We're hugging. We're hugging. Okay.
It's a really rigid hug. Very metal.
Very bony. It's my
Very
bone
bony.
spur. You're holding my bone
Yeah,
spur.
bone spur.
Sticking out. My meniscus.
We had a moment.
That was nice.
That was nice.
Okay.
But yeah, just, you know,
Just
do your
go.
art. Enjoy it and be proud of it.
I am very proud of it. And it's awesome. Let's bring down the mood again. Let's talk about financial. I'll go first with this one. It's not even bad. Okay, I want to be full transparency. I hope people still like me after I say this. But I got a nice, my job. I have a day job, and the structure is you get a bonus at the end of the year, and I got a nice bonus.
Yeah.
And
congratulations.
Thank you. And it's like the most I've ever gotten. I'm not talking. It's not like this isn't like life-changing money.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like that. But it's not nothing.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember I got one. At the beginning of the pandemic, and I tweeted about it, and then somebody dragged me on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah, because like, oh, people are losing their jobs and all this stuff's happening, and like I got, and I was like, wow, this is horrible, right? I felt bad about it. In retrospect, I shouldn't have felt that bad about it because everybody then got tons of money from the government.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's a whole separate thing, but it just like it feels weird to have it, and it's nice to have. It's not, and I just feel like, how do I not blow this? You know what I'm saying? Right? Like I could easily, I'm going to save it, a significant amount, and I have to use some of it to pay for my son's first birthday party, which is going to be fire.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Are you going to be there?
Yeah.
You are?
I RSVP'd, yes.
I thought you weren't going to be here.
No, I am going to be here. Remember, that's why I asked what he wants for his birthday.
Well, I thought you were just going to send it to me from like Barbados
I'm
or
gonna
wherever you're from.
freaking be there.
Oh, really?
But then I was like, will I not know anybody? And will I be like a weirdo comedian?
Ben Kim will be there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You will be a weirdo comedian. But,
okay.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I'll be
okay,
there.
I'm so glad. Okay. Anyway, so I got to spend some money on that. It's not like a lot, but I got to do that. Which I'm happy to.
Yeah.
But it's just like, like how do I guess it's like, it's kind of the same thing with what I was saying before with like comedy. It's like, it's great that I have this, and like, what do it's not changing my life. You know, when you're younger, you're like, if I only had this much money, this could happen. And now I'm wiser, and I know that even if I got way more money, nothing would really change.
Yeah.
It's nice to have.
Yeah.
Not complaining. That's great.
Right.
And I'm very fortunate. Other people don't have that. But it's like, I know also it's just there, and it'll kind of dissipate because I need to pay bills, or I'll just save it and it just kind of hangs out. So it's just like, I don't know, it's muted, you know what I'm saying? Right?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't know what the answer is.
I don't know either.
I'm like really bad at extravagantly spending.
Yeah.
Because I always am like, everything's going to fall apart at any moment.
Yes.
So I never know how to do that. But then
yeah.
I will go eat dinner 5 days in a row out at a restaurant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like I'll do that instead.
Well, I feel that's like a very, New York young person.
Yeah,
move.
totally.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just going to not worry about my meal budget, but then I won't ever buy anything super nice.
See that's another thing is about the buying something nice thing. I know I'm going to like something up.
Yeah.
This is a very stupid thing, but I bought something. This is a while ago. I bought this thing. It's like a nice suit jacket. And I asked the menswear guy, menswear guy on Twitter. Do you know him?
Menswear guy?
Yeah,
No.
It's called Dye Work. The guy's name is Dye Workwear.
Okay.
And I knew him from before he got big on Twitter.
Okay.
Well, kind of. And I asked him, like, I just emailed him. And I was like, hey, I got this suit jacket. Can I wear this just by itself, or do I need the whole suit? And he's like, you need the whole suit. And I was like, because I don't want to. Now I felt like I bought this stupid jacket, and now I can't wear it, and I just wasted a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Which again, I feel like it's like somebody giving you a gift, and then you're gonna f up somehow.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But why is that a f up? You can't. This is just, no offense to this guy. You can do whatever you want. I don't understand.
You're very right.
Like, why? I'm like, you could just wear it still with different pants. Just because he said it's not cool.
Yeah.
That's like, okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know anything. I'd be like, you look cool. And most people are me.
Yeah.
Most people don't know what's going on.
No, yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Yeah. I just, yes. I think it plays into a narrative of like, I'm going to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I get that. So if I had to provide my update, it's that I'm fine, like right now, money wise.
Yeah.
But
go continue.
Oh, okay. In therapy, I was talking about, and I think this is also oldest girl in a immigrant family energy.
Yes.
But I have this like pretty irrational fear because of my dad passing, who was like, the person who was financially, like, he was like the finance person in our family.
Yeah, for sure.
I have this anxiety that like everything's gonna fall apart, and I feel an absolute guilt that I'm not like, I need to find like a high paying job now.
Yeah.
Once again, that's an irrational fear. Like, I literally, like, I have like a severance package that is much better than other people are getting. Like, I am fine.
Yeah.
And my family is fine.
Right.
But I have these like moments of like, it's like when I quit my job, I had to fight this for like months and months, was like me trying to feel not so guilty, even though I actively made the decision to leave my job and I knew what the consequences were.
Yeah.
I like quit, and then like the second month I was like, I need to get a job now.
Yeah.
Because I feel guilty that I'm not making money, because like, that's like how we're probably, many of us were raised, is like, you need to, if you don't have a job, you're gonna be out on the streets tomorrow or whatever. Yeah. And so I was talking about that. I was like, I have this compulsion to look at LinkedIn every day for hours.
Really?
Even, this is what I mean.
Is that why you're not texting me back?
Yeah, I'm like on LinkedIn all the time.
God damn it.
No, and I have no intention of getting a job right now.
Yeah.
Right. Like, my whole thing is like, I want to like take time to heal. I want to like write and like feel creative again, whatever. Meanwhile, I literally like I just like end up there, like I black out, and then I'm like scrolling through LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn, looking at job postings, or are you just like, kind of seeing what's on there? Because, there's that feed of like, oh, here's some thought leadership.
Yeah. No. I am on there looking at how many jobs there are that I could qualify for.
Oh, wow.
If I needed to get a job tomorrow.
Yes.
And
oh my gosh.
like,
I
reading
relate.
descriptions and whatever. And I do that I was doing that every day up until like this week, to the point where I would take an edible, watch a movie, and then
scroll.
I would get in bed to go to bed, and then I would scroll through jobs high.
Whoa, what?
And just like, and bookmark them.
Yo, this is some doom scrolling, yo.
And then I'd be like, oh my God, they're not like, especially like in my field, it's like there aren't a lot of jobs right now, etc. So it's like me like panicking. And then my therapist like, okay, when you do that, like just functionally go through the next steps of what would happen.
Sure.
Like let's say that you don't, things fall apart. You know, like something big happens. Will you still have a roof over your head? Will your family still have a roof over their head? Will they be able to eat a meal? Could they go to someone and ask to help them get a meal? And like you have a community of people who will help you.
Yeah.
So this is like, you just have to go through, like, think the worst thing that can happen happens.
Yeah.
And then it's like, will you still be able to like survive that?
Of course.
And I'm like, yeah. It's all up in my head.
Yeah, this is the because you have no real intention of applying to these jobs. You're just bookmarking them.
But it's like to ease my anxiety, I start researching.
Totally.
And like preparing just in case. But then I'm like wasting time doing that instead of like living my life and doing the thing I want to do.
Well, is it because you think, you know, you need to prove to that part of your brain that like I am being practical?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or productive.
Right. Oh, productive. Yes, that's another one.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like and when you feel guilt, I don't know if anyone feels this, but like the guilt of like sometimes when you just want to sit back and watch TV, but then you have the things like you should be doing on the greater scheme. Maybe not like really important right now, but it's like, you know, procrastinating on like I should be writing something, I should be doing my taxes early or like organizing my whatever.
Yeah.
And I like it's like I will scroll and doom scroll through LinkedIn, and then I'm like kind of effectively looking for jobs.
Right.
But I'm not doing anything.
You can. Right. Exactly.
But so it's like easing my anxiety and then making me feel like maybe I'm being productive. But what I'm doing is increasing my anxiety because all I'm doing is, well, I'm not applying to these jobs right now.
Right.
And also there aren't a lot of jobs. Like it's like me spiraling and wasting time doing that. And then like I feel bad afterwards. Right. So I'm working on that compulsion. But I do have like a very like kind of like a weird attachment to like having stability.
Mm-hmm. Like that's not weird. I don't think it's weird at all.
It's not
I think
weird.
Everybody.
Yeah. But it's like so I see other people and I'm like, how do you you know, like artists' lives, and I'm like, how do you do it? Like I'm just like
I was reading about like they have this like art exhibit that's out recently that is supposed to showcase the artist and then those artists like day jobs.
Yeah.
And there's something weird about like in the creative world that it's like not you know, as an artist you're not supposed to have a day job.
Yeah.
Which I think if you really think about it is like such a bourgeois idea. You know, you're just like sitting around like eating figs and being, you know, supplemented by your rich patron, you know what I'm saying? And or starving for your art, like really hungry all the time. Which by the way, you really can't do in New York City. There's not like abandoned tenement homes that you can move into with your TikTok friends. You know what I'm saying? That kind of like art is like really, I'm going to say it, privileged. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
So I hear you there as far as like, you know, you feel like you got to work and you can't like be a creative person and just sit around and like do that.
Yeah. And so I'm just working on like easing that part of my brain and being like, it's okay.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff happened this year. It's okay to chill. But then I was told to stop being so type A and overachieving about trying to chill.
Don't chill so hard.
Well, because I keep being like, no, but I know I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna really chill next week.
Watch me chill.
And my therapist was like, if you have it's okay to be type A and want to be productive. Just like let yourself, like don't try to override it. Because I'm like so like
it's not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing to be the way I am. But I think what I do is I'm like, but I need to calm down and I need to process and heal. And then I'm like, I'm gonna sit still and process and heal.
Yeah.
Like I go over the other way.
Right.
So I'm like trying to like balance it to be like, it's okay to be who I am.
Yeah.
Which is like my making to-do lists and freaking out all the time, but just like don't just like limit it. Yeah. So that's what I'm working on this week.
That kind of leads us into the final check-in segment.
Yeah.
Spiritual.
Which I did. I was like, what's the difference between spiritual and mental?
That's like, such a good question. I think for atheists like us.
Yeah. I'm not an atheist. I'm agnostic.
Oh, are you? Okay.
I don't know what I am.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm Japanese. we're like everything's alive.
There's spirits around.
You should respect everything.
You should respect everything.
Yeah.
Check out this cool gate that we made.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah, I don't know what exactly it is. I guess it's just like
holistic, maybe.
Maybe it's holistic or even meaning of life situation.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get into it. I mean, I've been thinking about it a lot. Do you have any thoughts?
I do, and I was mentioning it before about how, you know, mentally I spiral and such because of how the podcast is going and my career is going or whatever. And every so often I get like the thing that keeps me going, I swear to God, is sometimes people besides patreon.com/asian.asianpod, is people message me or people come up to me and say like, hey, what you do really matters. It's really important. Like recently, this dude who listens to the show, I guess he's like a prosecutor, and he messaged me and he was like, hey man, like I listen to your show all the time, and it's really awesome. And he's like out in the Midwest somewhere. And like, I don't know that many other Asian people. So it's really nice that, to hear your guys and your stories and all this shit. And he shared me this article, this news link, because what had happened is this was some weeks ago. He was at work and him and a coworker saw this dude out on a ledge somewhere, like in a parking structure, right? Some high place in Minneapolis. So it's like a parking structure. And the guy was like, he looked like he was going to kill himself. He was like on the ledge.
Oh my God.
Edge. And this dude, the listener, goes over and just like talks him out of it.
Wow.
Like, like grabs him and like, after some time, right? And pulls him down. And it turns out the other dude is Vietnamese.
Oh, okay.
So the listener is Vietnamese.
Yeah.
And then the other dude who was going to jump was Vietnamese. And they're both like, they were talking in Vietnamese for a little while. And, I'm not, like, hey, I'm not, like, I'm not saying me and you pulled this guy off the ledge. But, to kind of connect those dots and to say, there's not that many Asian people where this guy lives, and the fact that he saved one of the people, right? like, from taking his own life. That's like, shit, man, that's amazing. Like, I don't know what it is, but I would say spiritually, those are linked elements together, right? Again, I'm not taking any credit here, but like, it's like if we talk about community and we talk about like what does it matter, the efforts that we put into our lives, and like it can matter, and sometimes it's like in unexpected ways. So totally. I think that was like a really cool thing, and it was like crazy that this person did that. It's amazing, and shared it with us so that we could talk about it. And it's just like, I don't know. That's not one of those things I could like write down in my QuickBooks. Yeah. I can't write that on LinkedIn. Right. It's just like a cool, amazing thing that like hopefully made the world a little bit better. Yeah. So that was like a nice spiritual thing. And again, like I get stories, just, it doesn't have to be as dramatic as that, but just like people are just, hey, just love listening to you guys, and we're, the Asian friends, and that's what it's all about. Okay. That's great. Yeah. Okay. So I think like this spiritually, I feel like, I would say that I obviously have learned a lot this year, and I feel that the thing that it has really just doubled down, or really like what I've really learned, is that life is really just about loving yourself, like feeling good in who you are, but that's also really very closely tied to the relationships that you build with people. So like I like community, basically. Yep. And I think that like the only way I was able to build a healthy community was like learning to know who I am and like who I am, so I can express that out externally to meet the people who I need to build a loving community. So it's like all interlinked. And I would say, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is very similarly in the process of all of this, I feel like the only reason why I am able to talk about it this openly, or like feel optimistic, is because I built a community of people who had like supported me and kept me afloat, like in all of this. For sure. And I think like even like everyone who listens to this, everyone who reached out, once again, I didn't respond, but everyone was so nice. And then someone sent me a gift card out of nowhere to go get like a meal, and it was like not an insignificant amount. I don't want to say his name, but like, thank you so much. I will be emailing you back when I have time. But that was like crazy nice. Like I'm like a stranger. I'm not a stranger, but I am a stranger. You know what I mean? Like we don't personally know each other. Right. And to like reach out like that and like provide a meal. Yes. Or like multiple meals. I'm like, that is just so kind. So nice. Like unbelievably kind. And so like just like moments like that, I was like, what the heck? Yeah. It's people are will be there for you. For sure. If you build that relationship. And that like makes me feel hopeful and like more fulfilled and like
I don't know, like part of a world, part of a thing.
Yes.
And I think that's like what people oftentimes are looking for. That's why cults happen. That's why things happen. You know what I mean? Like,
so we're forming a cult.
Yeah, we're forming a cult. But like literally, I'm like, people just want to feel like they belong and they have people who love them and will take care of them. Like, that's it. And so I don't know how this ties to spirituality, but I was just jumping on your point, which is that like I feel okay even despite all of these things because like I feel like I've really worked on building community around me.
Well, I mean, that's why, you know, all religions have, groupings, right? Mm-hmm. Just like they say, you know, what I forgot what line it is, like wherever two or more gather in my name, there I am there as well. That's God talking. So, or Jesus. So it's like, it's true. It's like the community aspect.
I was so confused right now.
The community aspect is like is religion. So it's like the spirituality is, you know, that thing. So it's like, you know, I think that makes a lot of sense. And shouts to that guy for getting you a gift card to Not Pete's Coffee.
I know. Thank you.
You know, some place that actually is here in New York and is awesome. And I think that's great. I think that's a nice way to kind of wrap it up too.
I know.
You know,
another week,
another spiral averted.
Yeah, but maybe. I have said, I don't remember if I said it on the podcast, if I don't meet the love of my life this year, after going through all of this hardship, I'm gonna start a fire.
Are you out there again?
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
I reactivated an app.
Whoa. How's it feel?
It feels weird. But I have no story. I haven't really like met anyone or anything.
Yeah.
But I was just like, it's the same thing as LinkedIn.
It's the same.
I'm doing something right now.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We're going to have that back. It's the fifth element of the check-in.
But yeah, eventually.
Sexuality.
Eventually.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
I have nothing to report.
We're going to have the dating show back that we produced last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to put it on.
I mean, I met the person last night.
Yes. Yeah.
Drunkenly.
Would you want to be on the dating show?
I can't do that.
Really?
Yeah, I can't do that.
Could be pretty fun.
I think that it's just dangerous to reach out to people who know who I am and I don't know who they are.
That's a good point.
Like that's just a dangerous territory.
Yeah.
I would do a private one, a party.
A private one,
like no microphones.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. But you wouldn't mind having.
Wait, never mind. That's not true. I rather make content out of it.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is that my friends need to set me up with people.
Do you have a lot of like those networks, like where it's like there's single people with single people? Right.
No, absolutely not.
Right.
Every man I know is a gay man.
Which is why you're so happy.
I know. I mean, like I have a great community of gay men, but
that's great.
Yeah, not a lot of eligible bachelors out there for me.
Man, yeah, I don't really know that many single Asian dudes.
Yeah.
Although there's a lot who listen to the show, I feel, because like when I put out the call for like single dudes to like get on the dating show, just got like mad DMs, bro. I felt like such a hot chick. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about you. Hit me with a funny line.
Yeah.
What
do you do for work?
What do you do for work? How tall are you?
Yeah. How tall are you? Yeah.
Yeah. And I was so judgy, man.
Yeah.
It was great. Okay. Well, that's the check-in episode.
Yeah.
We'll probably have another one soon.
I'm sure.
And you know, it'll just be it's always fun when it's just me and Jenny.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have our guest again. I think next week we got Mary H.K. Choi, and then we have Delia on later on. I think that's not until like April or May or something like that. And we have some other folks, so it'll be cool. If you want to check us out live, it's Hack City. That's the second Friday of every month at Union Hall. And if you want us to do a little something for your organization for Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, just email us. Or you know what? Just email us something nice. We can love that.
Yeah.
Just email us something nice. We
keeps us going.
We hear it. Trust us. We hear it. And again, that's Asian, not Asian, pod@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram at nicepantsbro.
I'm at Jenny Arimoto.
And you can follow the podcast at Asian Not Asian Pod. I think that's it. Anything else, Jenny?
That's it. I'm so hungry.
Okay, we're gonna go eat now, and that's it. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.